but I don't think it was effort-based. I thought, yeah, they're a good team, number one. And number two, I do think we made some just mistakes that we usually don't make. We had some turnovers that we usually don't make. We, just made there's some cutting plays that they made. And then obviously the rebounding, their offensive rebounding hurt us. But I don't think it was a case of us not having the effort tonight. I actually thought our effort was okay, but they were pretty good tonight.
What do you think led to the mistakes that you were just talking about?
Some of it was trying to make a play early as opposed to as we were going, they were really helping on whatever our first option or action was. And we had to get the ball moving or a little more, get to the second action. Our spacing wasn't as good as it could be, especially against a team like this. They were really just kind of packing the paint, and we were trying to make some plays a little maybe too soon, or just turn the ball over some times that we should not have. So it definitely wasn't just the turnovers. It was spacing. It was a few things, but I wouldn't say it was effort.
Zach Allen.
Hey, Coach. Hey, how aggressive should Kevin be? Definitely inside the second unit, or just in general, Coach?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me now?
I can, yeah.
Hey, Coach. Hey, how aggressive should Kevin Porter be inside the second unit, and just in general, Coach?
He should be aggressive. He should take what the defense gives him. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and if he's not aggressive, then we don't have help situations. We don't have people helping off shooters. We don't have rollers available and all of those things. So, excuse me, he should be very aggressive when he has the ball, especially with the second unit. Should be aggressive.
Jonathan Fagan.
You've talked a lot about falling behind by 20-something for this stretch of games in a row. After a while, does it become cumulative where there's sort of a loss of faith and belief where it just wears down a team trying to come back from that night after night?
It can wear you down for sure, getting down like that and kind of having that here we go again feeling. It definitely can.
Do you think that's what happened tonight?
I don't necessarily think that's what happened tonight. They played a really good game, obviously, and we did get down and we fought back at the beginning of the third quarter, but it was different tonight to me a little bit. It's just some mistakes, more mistakes than lack of intention or effort or all of those things.
Thank you.
Daniel Lerner.
You mentioned Denver's offensive rebounds. Was there, besides Jokic, kind of just being Jokic with the way that he goes to the boards, was there any common denominator that you saw as to why you guys couldn't keep him off?
They're big and strong, and they were more physical than we were. And when the shot goes up, sometimes we have a tendency of going to the basket instead of going to the man and hitting them, but they were more physical than we were. And a lot of the rebounds that they got were right underneath the basket, and we were either out of position or not hitting first and really intentional about getting the rebounds. So Jokic is a tough guard for anybody. And, he had 6 offensive rebounds. Some of them were on his own shots. Some of them were little, tight putbacks. But, the ones that Jermichael Green got and Millsap got, we just have to have a gang rebounding mentality. And we didn't do a good job there tonight.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, John and Kevin only combined for 14 points tonight. They went 4 for 17 from the field. Was that due to the pace of the game, or what do you think led to that?
I don't really know. KP, it's hard for him to find his rhythm tonight. He struggled a little bit, and same with John. John just didn't seem to have his rhythm tonight. He shot the three well, but neither guy, I don't really know what the reason is, just didn't seem to have their rhythm. And maybe it's a cumulative effect of all of these games, one after the other, or maybe it's just one of those nights in a 72-game season where you're off your game a little bit, you're off your rhythm. But I trust both guys implicitly, and I trust that they'll come back. They'll come back strong.
Ali Kampajani.
Hey, Steven, on the subject of Kevin, including tonight's game, it's the last few games, what have you seen with him as a ball handler and a playmaker and his growth there? Has he shown that he's been able to make those next level reads a guard should be able to make?
Yeah, I mean, he makes pretty much every read. He does a good job when he plays pick and roll. He does a good job on his driving kicks. He's still a young player and still has a ways to go. But he's growing. He's definitely growing, and it's a new responsibility for him. He's played the wing a lot, and now he's playing as a primary or secondary ball handler, depending on him and John, who kind of has it. But he's growing and he's seeing, as you can tell, and he's making plays. But it's like this for a 20-year-old who's learning and growing. It's ups and downs and bounce backs and all of those things.
When he is going through those ups and downs, what is the best thing you can do as a coach for him to kind of guide him throughout this whole process?
Keep talking to him, stay with him, focus on the positives, not the negatives, keep him aggressive, show him the things that he's doing wrong at times, coach him. He's very coachable, and in order for him to grow and reach his full potential, he needs to be coached.
Kalika.
Coach, speaking of Tate, how have you seen him progress as a playmaker? Obviously, he has to play off of John and Kevin in terms of having the ball in his hands, but how have you seen him progress in that area?
Jay Sean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he does a great job. He finds his way. It's not like I run plays for him. He finds a cut. He finds an offensive rebound. He finds a spot up. And he's more and more comfortable every day with what we're doing. So he plays with great energy, great effort. He's a joy to be around. Number one, great kid, but also just super coachable and listens and learns. And I think you've seen growth and improvement from him as the season has gone along.
We'll take three more. Jonathan Fagan.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on what you were talking about with Kevin. He took the last shot, or one of the last shots of the third quarter, missed it, and seemed very dejected by it. And right away, a couple guys went up and talked to him. Is that the kind of thing that he has to try and not let get to him as much? Or what do you think about? I think it was Kelly and Jay Sean went up and had a few words with him.
Yeah, it's great that we have leadership that can help a guy through, missing shots or whatever. If we're picking each other up and helping each other, then we'll continue to come together as a group and get better, and he'll get better. But the disappointment of whether it's a turnover or a missed shot or whatever is kind of something that we have been dealing with as a group a lot of the season. And how do we bounce back from that, and how do we grow and get better from all of those things? So I think you see the character of our group where, he misses a shot and there's handful of guys who come and pump them up and tell them to keep shooting and tell them everything's okay. I'm with you. It shows a lot of character for a group, especially where we are in the season. And, and then for him, dealing with the disappointment is growth. And I think that's, any young person, they get better at dealing with not necessarily failure, because I wouldn't call it failure, but dealing with adversity. The older you get, the better you get at it.
Thank you.
Daniel Lerner.
You talked about Jay Sean's impact as a playmaker, but once again tonight he seemed like he was everywhere on defense. Just he's taking charges, he's poking steals away. I mean, at this point, is that just the level that you expect from him night in, night out?
Yeah, I mean, and it's not based on anything but what he's proven that he can do. I'm not placing any expectations on him that he has not earned. And he's as trustworthy as they come. And to be a winning team and to have a winning culture and to have growth and all of the good things that you can have on a team, you need dependable, trustworthy, hard-playing people who get better. And he's all of those.
And last question, Zach Allen.
Hey, Coach. Hey, how do you like the fact that Kelly Olynyk provides an extra spark inside your offense, Coach?
Yeah, he does a great job. I mean, I think people have asked me in the past, did I expect this from him? And not like this. I mean, he only played 27 minutes and he had 23 points, and he finds gaps in the defense. He takes advantage of mismatches. He makes threes. He is a ball mover when he gets it. He's not afraid to draw and kick to a teammate or make a play for a teammate or set a screen for a teammate when he sees someone kind of stuck. So, he's a pleasant guy to have out there and to complement Christian and John and KP and JT.